Welcome to the Wisdom Path. Today, I'll share a powerful truth that changed my life. Success is not about luck, talent, or the perfect timing. It's about the choices we make every single day. If you've ever felt stuck, lost, or like success is for other people, this video will show you a new way. Don't forget to subscribe to the Wisdom Path for weekly lessons that help you grow, learn, and take charge of your life. Let's begin. Success starts with a choice, not a chance. Imagine this. You're standing at a fork in the road. One path is smooth and easy. The other is steep, with stones and hills. Most people will choose the easy path. It feels comfortable. But what if I told you that the difficult road, the one you avoid, is the one that leads to growth, strength, and real success? Success is not something that happens to us. It's something we build, step by step, choice by choice. Just like a house is built brick by brick, your future is built decision by decision. Lesson 1. Take responsibility for your life. There was a time I blamed everything around me, my past, my job, the economy, for why I wasn't where I wanted to be. I thought, if only I had better luck, or if only someone gave me a chance. But then I heard this quote by Tony Robbins. The only thing that's keeping you from getting what you want is the story you keep telling yourself about why you can't have it. That hit me hard. Taking full responsibility for my life was the first real step toward change. I stopped blaming and started asking, what can I do today to move forward? It wasn't easy. Responsibility feels heavy at first. But the truth is, once you take control, you feel free. Because if you cause the problem, you can also create the solution. Lesson 2. Growth is a daily habit. Let me tell you a story. There was a man named Daniel. He wanted to become a writer. He kept telling himself, one day I'll write my book. But that day never came. One morning, he set a simple goal. Write 200 words a day. That's less than a page. It seemed small, but after 6 months, he had written his first full draft. You see, growth isn't about big moments. It's about small steps done with purpose. If you want to grow, you need to treat it like brushing your teeth. Something you do every day, not just when you feel like it. Even if you read 10 pages of a good book, learn one new word, or take 5 minutes to reflect, it adds up. That's how you grow. Lesson 3. Your attitude creates your future. Let's be real. Life gets hard. Some days we feel tired, stuck, or frustrated. I've had mornings where I didn't even want to get out of bed. But I learned something simple. Your attitude is your lens. If you wear glasses with dirt on them, the whole world looks messy. But when you clean them, everything becomes clear. You can't always choose what happens to you, but you can choose how you respond. And that choice, your attitude, can turn a problem into a lesson, a loss into a win, and fear into fuel. As Brian Tracy says, you cannot control what happens to you, but you can control your attitude toward what happens to you. Try this. The next time you face something difficult, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? Or, how can this help me grow? Lesson 4. Discipline is stronger than motivation. Let's talk about something important. Discipline. We all love motivation. That fired up feeling when we watch a great video, hear a speech, or read something inspiring. But motivation doesn't last. It fades like the smell of fresh coffee. Nice, but temporary. Discipline is different. Discipline is the friend that shows up when motivation is sleeping in. It's the alarm clock you don't snooze. It's choosing to go to the gym when your bed feels too warm. It's saying no to Netflix and yes to your goals. You don't need to be perfect. You just need to be consistent. Start small, build momentum, And trust that discipline, not motivation, will carry you to success. Lesson 5. Talent isn't everything. When I was younger, I believed that success was only for the naturally gifted, the smart ones, the lucky ones, the born leaders. But then I saw people with average talent doing amazing things because they worked hard, stayed focused, and never gave up. Imagine two people. One is talented but lazy. The other has no special skills but works every day to get better. Who do you think will win in the long run? Effort beats talent when talent doesn't try. Success isn't about having the best start. It's about having the strongest finish. In this first part, we've looked at 5 powerful truths. You are responsible for your life. Growth must happen every day. Attitude is your secret power. Discipline will take you further than motivation. Talent doesn't matter as much as effort. These lessons changed how I see success. They gave me hope. They gave me direction. And most of all, they reminded me that success is a choice. If this message inspired you, please like this video and subscribe to the Wisdom Path. Let's walk this path of growth together, one wise step at a time. Lesson 6. Failure isn't the end, it's the beginning. Let me ask you a question. What's your first memory of failure? Maybe it was a test you failed in school, a job interview that didn't go well, a dream you gave up on because it didn't work the first time. Most people are afraid of failure. We treat it like a wall. But in truth, failure is not a wall, it's a door. Behind that door is wisdom, growth, and strength, if we're brave enough to open it. There's a story about a young woman named Sarah. She wanted to start a bakery. The first one failed in 6 months. She tried again, failed again. On her third try, things began to work. Today, her business is thriving. When asked what made the difference, she said, "I stopped seeing failure as defeat. I started seeing it as feedback." That's the shift. When something doesn't go your way, ask yourself, what can I learn? What will I do differently next time? How can I grow from this? Every successful person you admire has failed. The only difference is they didn't stop. Lesson 7. Your circle shapes your future. Have you ever walked into a room full of negative people? People who complain all the time, make excuses, and act like nothing ever works? After a while, that energy starts to stick to you, like mud on your shoes. Now imagine walking into a room full of people who are positive, driven, and focused. Suddenly, you feel more hopeful, more alive. That's the power of your environment. You become the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. This quote is often repeated by successful coaches, and for a good reason. It's true. Take a moment to think. Who do I spend my time with? Do they lift me up or pull me down? Do they push me to grow or keep me stuck? If your circle is full of dreamers, doers, and learners, success feels possible. If your circle is full of doubters and complainers, success feels far away. Sometimes you need to make hard choices. Spend less time with people who drain you. Spend more time with people who inspire you. Or seek out mentors, books, podcasts, or online communities that push you forward. Lesson 8. Success always comes with sacrifice. Let me be honest, this one hurts. Success sounds exciting, but it requires something in return. You must give up to go up. Think of it like this. You only have 24 hours in a day. Every yes to one thing is a no to something else. Want to get fit? You'll have to say no to junk food and laziness. Want to start a business? You may need to give up weekend parties and Netflix binges. Want a better life? You'll need to sacrifice comfort for growth. A friend of mine wanted to write a book, but he had a full-time job and a family. He started waking up at 5 a.m. every day to write for 1 hour before work. It wasn't easy, but after 1 year, his book was done. That's what success looks like. Choosing what matters most, even when it's hard. Ask yourself, what distractions do I need to let go of? What comfort am I willing to trade for growth? Am I ready to pay the price of progress? Lesson 9. Small choices. Create big change. Think about a small drop of water. By itself, it looks like nothing. But drop by drop, over time, water can wear down stone. That's the power of consistency. Success isn't a big, shiny moment. It's the result of hundreds of tiny actions that nobody sees. Let's take two people. Both want to become healthier. Person A goes on a crash diet, works out for 2 weeks, then gives up. Person B walks for 20 minutes a day, drinks more water, and makes small changes over 6 months. Who do you think will have lasting results? Big change doesn't come from big effort once. It comes from small effort daily. Here are some small choices that can change your life. Reading 10 pages a day, going to bed 30 minutes earlier, saying no to that one thing you know is hurting your progress, spending 5 minutes a day writing your goals. It doesn't seem like much, but over weeks, months, and years, it builds a new you. Lesson 10. Success is for everyone who chooses it. Let me leave you with the most important truth of all. Success is not for the lucky few. It's for the brave few, the ones who decide to try, to learn, to grow, and to keep going even when it's hard. No matter your background, age, education, or situation, you can choose to rise. There's no magic formula, no secret shortcut, just one simple truth. Success is a choice, and you get to make it every day. Now, we uncovered more life-changing lessons. Failure is feedback. Your people shape your path. Sacrifice creates space for growth. Small steps lead to big success. And most importantly, you can choose success. Success isn't about luck. It's about the small choices you make every single day. In the next part, I'll give you a simple plan, something you can use today to start building your own path to success. You'll learn how to stay consistent, how to create the right habits, and how to protect your energy and focus. If you're finding value in these videos, make sure to subscribe to The Wisdom Path. This is only the beginning of your journey. Let's finish strong. The Daily Success Plan. You don't need to change your whole life in one day. You just need to do the right things over and over again. So here's a simple daily plan that takes less than 30 minutes and can change everything. Step 1. Morning Mindset. 5 minutes. How you start your day matters. Take 5 minutes every morning to center your thoughts. You can do this in silence, with a journal, or during a walk. Ask yourself, what am I grateful for today? What one thing will move me closer to my goal? Who do I want to be today? This sets your focus. It puts you in control, not the outside world. Either you run the day, or the day runs you. Jim Rohn. Don't let stress or social media be the first thing you absorb. Give yourself the space to lead your mind before the world distracts it. Step 2. One action for growth, 10 to 15 minutes. Pick one small action each day that helps you grow. It could be reading 10 pages from a great book, listening to 10 minutes of an inspiring podcast, practicing a skill for 15 minutes, writing out your goals. This step builds momentum. It tells your brain, I'm someone who grows daily. Let's say you read 10 pages a day. That's 300 pages a month, about a full book. In 1 year, that's 12 books. That's how real learners grow, not by cramming, but by staying consistent. Step 3. One act of discipline, 5 to 10 minutes. This is where the real transformation happens. Choose one thing that requires self-control and do it, even when you don't feel like it. It could be doing that workout, making that difficult call, saying no to sugar, social media, or distractions. meditating when you'd rather scroll your phone. It's about building the muscle of discipline, one rep at a time. Remember, discipline is the bridge between goals and results. Protect your environment. Your mind is like a garden. If you plant good seeds, positive thoughts, empowering ideas, uplifting people, it grows beautifully. But if you let in weeds, negativity, gossip, constant complaints, it gets messy and chaotic. Be careful what you feed your mind. Ask yourself, what am I watching? Who am I listening to? What kind of energy surrounds me? Cut out the noise, limit toxic conversations, and make time for stillness, silence, and self-check-ins. Track your wins. Many people focus only on what's not working. That's a mistake. You must also see what is working. At the end of the day, take 2 minutes and write down one thing you did well, one thing you're proud of, one thing you'll improve tomorrow. This habit builds confidence. It trains your brain to celebrate progress, not just perfection. Success grows when you notice it. Why this plan works. It's simple, it's short, it's powerful. When you do it daily, it helps you. Focus your energy, build inner strength, move forward with clarity. You won't feel a huge shift on day 1, but on day 30, 60, 90, you'll start to notice something. You're calmer, stronger, more focused, more hopeful. Final story, the bamboo tree. Let me leave you with one last story. In China, there's a special kind of bamboo tree. After you plant the seed, nothing happens for a long time. Not in 1 week, not even 1 year. For 5 years, you see no growth above the ground. But during that time, the roots are growing deep, quietly, invisibly. Then in the 5th year, it grows 80 feet in just 6 weeks. Now let me ask you, did it grow in 6 weeks or 5 years? Success is the same. Most of the growth happens inside you, where no one can see it. You're building habits, mindset, discipline, and courage. And when the time is right, all of that inner growth will show up in the real world, big and fast. So don't quit in the early years. You are growing roots. Closing message, make the choice, every day. Here's what I hope you take from this series. Success is a decision. You don't need permission, you need action. Start small, stay consistent, grow daily. Protect your time, your mind, and your energy. Choose growth over comfort. And never forget, you are not behind. You are on your path. In the comments, tell me, what small success choice will you make today? And if you haven't yet, hit subscribe to The Wisdom Path. This channel is here to support your journey, one wise step at a time. Thanks for walking with me. See you in the next video.